Catus Maximus here. This is a pretty quick review of a simple device. These are known as Noid lights. These are fuel injection harness testing lights. These aren't for testing fuel injectors themselves. They're for making sure that electricity is being sent from the computer to activate those injectors. And helps you diagnose, let you know if maybe the wiring harness has an issue, or maybe the computer is not actually trying to ignite or actually activate the injector. Part of a misfire and engine troubleshooting process. These things are really simple. They come in these usually 6-piece sets. There are some nicer ones which are 8-piece. PT has both sets, but when they sell you the 6-piece, they just don't include what are GM idle airspeed motor controllers. Nicer ones like OEM Tools or OTC will also include like bridge wires, and they tend to be pretty cheap on Amazon, around 20 bucks. I actually got this for $15 on sale, although in auto parts stores they sometimes want 30 bucks for these, and that's totally outrageous. Anyway, they really are just light bulbs. If we pick these up here, and the reason that they use light bulbs in these instead of LEDs, although these are pretty weak, these are only 3/4 watt light bulbs, or maybe about 1 watt at the higher voltages, so we'll say 1 watt light bulbs, is so that they can put a certain amount of load. Many of the more modern computers and cars, if there's too little power or too high of a resistance, then the ECU will assume that the actual injector coil failed, because of course a fuel injector is just a metal coil that is wrapped around the rod, and fuel goes through the middle of it, and when the coil activates, the rod lifts up against the spring, lets fuel in. When the magnet turns off, the electromagnet turns off, the little rod drops back down and shuts off the fuel supply. And they tend to be around 5 to 10 watt range is how much power. So it's every once in a while these lights don't provide enough load, and so you have to put a resistor, but they're known as a loaded Noid light, and they're pretty rare, but you can find them online. It's also the reason why you don't see many LED ones, because LED ones have to have circuitry, so they simulate the same load. These are all rebuildable, because on all of these, except for, of course, this funky General Motors one, and then there's another, this funky, of course, it's both the GM ones that have funky shapes. The other 4 of these will work in just about any type of vehicle, even though they say, Geo and GM and Bosch, those all tend to have bid standards. So one of these inevitably will work in that wiring harness. It's just 12 volts, and they're all the same thing, light bulbs. So you just take whatever one can fit in the little plug, and then it will just flash on and off. I mean, I've done, sometimes you can use multimeters to just test to see if voltage is coming out of the harness, but on newer vehicles, you'll want a light bulb. There's also issues where the power transistors may be starting to fail, so if you use an LED or just a multimeter, it will be clicking on and off, but once you get a little bit of a load on it, you'll see that it'll either just stay on continuously or it won't ignite at all. And of course, a poor person's or poor man's way of doing it is soldering a couple wires just to a 12-volt, interior bulb, and testing that way. It's also the easy way to get a loaded one, is if these aren't enough, don't pull enough power, you can always use a 3 or 5 watt bulb. These are all the same, so what would happen is you just plug this into the harness, and you'd actually start up the engine with that fuel injector unplugged, because it's already missing on that cylinder, and what you would expect to see is the light blinking just like that as the injector is turning off each time that cylinder is coming around getting ready for the fuel to come in. So if you have any situation where obviously it's not working at all, or if it's staying on in a latch situation, you have a problem, most likely with the ECU if it's that situation, because normally it would just be flashing like this. So these PT Tool ones are pretty much the same as anybody else's, so I just happened to get these on sale. But if you don't have these and maybe interested in having some Noid light fuel injector testers, I'm noticing that this one, you can see it on the video, for some reason that plastic is a little bit darker than the rest. PT Tools, I'd recommend getting a set off Amazon or something like that for 20 bucks. That includes the idle air controller lights aren't so helpful, but the bridge wires that they come with, so I'd get a better set. And then one quick thing, since it is just a light bulb jammed into this molded thing, the sticker is just covering the bottom of the light bulb, and you can see the wires. They just kind of wrap the wires around the pegs, and then they jam these pegs into the plastic. You can see these aren't super straight. And if the light bulb ever burns out, you can find these little bulbs in the automotive stores. They're usually like plug-in type, but you can just, of course, jam it in there, and then use pliers to pull out these pins and rewrap the wire, and you can actually fix these. So A lot of people, or I had a couple friends who thought, once one of these goes out, you have to really replace it. And I was like, no, you can find another 12-volt bulb and actually rebuild them. So anyway, that was a quick review of the Performance Tool Noid light set. Just about like any other Noid light set. And they're not something you use very often, but they certainly are handy when you do have them. And actually, I only had a couple random ones, so that's what made me pick up this set. It's actually fuel injection systems and their controls tend to be pretty reliable. That's why I haven't had to use these. It's always been like a bad injector, and you just do a resistance measurement, and you're like, oh wow, that injector has 5,000 ohms. That's way too high, because injectors should be somewhere in the range of, say, 10 to 20 ohms or something like that, because they are just a coil wire. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody who's been watching and subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Until next time, Catus Maximus out.